Hello, guys. The Nembhards are back in the building. Yes, welcome to the Yard Connection podcast, hosted by Kevin Nembhard with his better half, Kiki Nembhard. I am Kiki. Kevin.
I'm Kevin.
Why are you sweating? What the hell's going on?
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
I'm around you.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, really.
So you get nervous around me?
What's up?
I'm good. I see you sweating. Guys, you should see him. He's literally just dripping right now. I have no idea what is going on. Maybe our studio is too hot.
You don't want me to turn the aircon on. That's it.
Because of the noise, then the whole thing is going to pick up the noise. You know where we are. You know, we're not soundproof yet. So it will pick up every sound.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll sort it out for now. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So, again, welcome, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Yard Connection podcast. Yes, with yours truly.
Yours truly?
We're their favorite couple.
Oh, yes. They like us. Thank you guys for loving us.
Thank you so much for the love, for the support, the continuous support. That is.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, we're going to kick it off today.
Oh, you know what? Guys, thank you for the feedback that we keep getting. Mm-hmm. But then today we want to discuss something. There's a lady that sent us an email.
Oh, okay.
And she is talking about the situation. It's a personal. She said it's a personal. Let me just read it. I'm not going to reveal her name though.
Okay.
In case she don't want us to expose her.
Which is understandable.
Yeah. Okay. She says, "Hi, Kevin and Kiki. Thank you for the platform that you guys have created. I am hooked, and I can relate to almost all the topics you've discussed. I need your opinion on a personal issue. Feel free to ask your listeners too." Okay, so that means she's giving us the go-ahead to talk about this live, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. I have a sister I don't get along with. We've even stopped communicating. This beef started when we were growing up. We are both married now with children, and our kids don't get along either. I honestly do not know why there is animosity among us. She has always been in competition with me. Okay. Though I feel like she has more than I have.
Okay.
She is not a nice person at all, and always thinks she's better than everyone. We grew up in the same household, so this has been going on for years.
Oh, so that sounds like sibling rivalry.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I mean, it's something
it sounds like touch. Sibling rivalry, right? Oh, English.
Yeah. I mean, it's something we can touch on a bit. I mean, based on the email itself, it stated what it stated. Mm-hmm. That's a complete, which happens in most family where they have the sibling rivalry for different reasons.
Yeah.
Whether there's grudge, whether there's jealousy, there's always you do find things like this where people think that they're better than each other or stuff like that, and it's always with family members, like we said, siblings.
Oh, yes,
it's an aunt or it's your sister or your brother, whatever it is, because we've seen it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of persons out there are actually going through the same thing, which is why we can touch on it a bit, and we can also discuss it and ask or.
And hear what you guys think.
Yes.
Well, you know, from my side, most of the times I believe that because this has been going on for years. It's not something really new.
Yes.
Some people experience it, some people don't. Mm-hmm. But because it's something that's not out of the norm. It's not a normal thing. Because the reason why I'm saying norm is because we've normalized it.
Okay.
But it's not a normal thing. It's not a normal. I don't think we should consider it as normal. It's not. It shouldn't be, because we're supposed to get along, right? As siblings, we're supposed to get along. As family members, we're supposed to get along. But obviously, when you get to a point like this, where she's even saying that this has moved on from her and her sister to their children.
No,
do you see now that this thing is passing on?
That transition, because you know what probably happened there is that, and this happened a lot of time, whereas in the older siblings are carrying
the beef,
and then growing up and having kids, they also will tell their kids about, listen, don't talk to this auntie. They start putting that into the kids' head. from a young age.
From
obviously.
a young age, yeah.
So obviously, it's like the kids will grow up adapting the beef too. Not talking to that cousin or that whatever family member that is. Like the thing is, the word family has changed in terms of its meaning over the years, which is sad because the word family was formed to have that bond amongst blood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the problem is most people like family members, they don't cooperate well. Like there's not that bond. You find yourself cooperating and mending even better with strangers sometimes than even family members. So but I mean it's not something good. Especially when it's passed on to the kids. If it stays with just the adults, it's understandable, which is still not acceptable. But it's understandable. They're carrying beef from a long time, so it's fine. But when you pass it on to the
kids, then it becomes a problem.
That's like a curse.
It is actually, and I feel like I've always looked at it like I feel like sibling rivalry is created by parents.
Yeah, obviously.
It's created by parents. So she says they grew up in the same household and this has been going on for years. What are the parents? I don't know if they are from the same mother and father. She didn't say. But what are the parents saying?
On the household at the time.
Yes. When that was happening.
Like it wasn't being questioned. Well, you know what? Whenever you find situations like that, based on my assumption and based on things that I've seen myself, you always find, say, for example, we're brother and sisters and we're growing up in the same home. And for some reason we have a beef, right? You always have this tendency of the parents always choose to be on one side. Whether they want to like it, yes or no, it's always the case. They never want to accept it. Like when you tell them that this person is their favorite, or they're always taking up for this person or stuff like that, they will dismiss it and they won't admit it either.
They won't admit that they have a favorite child.
They let it seem like they're in balance in terms of having the favoritism balance, but it's not.
It's not,
because that's all. One person will feel more higher than the other person
because it's put into their head that they are higher than the other person.
Because whenever this person, say for example, do anything or stuff like that, the person will get away with it, while you find out the other person won't get away with it, and the other child will be like, if it was this person, you would have let them had the cake or whatever it is.
But because it's me,
right?
Then it's a problem.
You find that a lot in a lot of households. It's something that's been. It's something that most families struggle with. But we need to, I think, and that's why we're gonna use this platform, listeners and supporters, to try and educate people and see if we can stem this problem that we have going on. These many problems that we have going on in the world.
There's too much problems. Like
it just keep going, and no one is willing to put a stop to it. And which is why we created this platform to be like our ears and that mouth itself, to see if we can get it across, educating people and stuff like that. So because it needs to be stopped.
It needs to be stopped. I don't know. Like I'm saying, she didn't really mention much, or she just went straight to the point, which we understand. But I wish we could have had her on the show, so we could get deeper with her and ask her exactly. She says that the sister has been in competition with her, so that means it's a competition.
Which simply mean that it's a competition thing, which is exactly what sparked the rivalry.
I wonder if the husbands talk. Sorry, guys, we're laughing, but it's not a laughing matter. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. We're not laughing at the situation.
It's possible because, like I said, when you bring beef, it's like you try to pick a side. So you have one team on this side and one team on that side.
Or maybe that.
And you find, you know what? You find sometimes when there are these family reunions, say in the families, there are these family gatherings and stuff like that, and you find different aunts, sisters, meet up and stuff like that, and you find when you get to the venue and stuff like that, you find one family, one set of family
corner.
In one corner, and it's that's not the purpose of family gathering. Family gathering, like I personally haven't had experience in terms of I would say beef.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
growing up, you always have rivals, like regular rivals with your peers, like your sisters and brothers, stuff like that. But it's nothing that I would carry, like bring over to my kids.
To your kids,
I mean,
yeah.
I'll protect my kids from such things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not something that I'm gonna bring over to say, listen, don't talk to this person, or I don't want you guys going to this house. Or I mean, if it's on a protective base where I'm protecting my kids, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's just from a standpoint, like she's saying, that sounds like it's just jealousy, and you can tell that there's a lot of disrespect.
Yeah,
there's no love there. But at the same time, they're forced to recognize it because they're blood. Like if they were complete strangers, they would have moved on their way and everyone would be fine. But this is what happened now in cases like that, because I'm pretty sure they're both living, say, separate ways. And this is where other family member comes in now and mess things up even worse. Because the communication is done through another family member.
So you find
like a mother or yes. Yeah. And then this person will pass on the message or say it to someone else. And
you hear auntie whatever said this, and then oh my God.
Yeah, so it's kind of something like that, but you know what? It's not something healthy. No, like I said, the based on that email itself alone, the part that hits me most is the part that it's brought over into the younger siblings.
Yeah,
which is not good. Whatever, that's like bringing over a continuous curse on a family.
That's true.
That's true. Which you don't want to happen.
No. Someone has to break the cycle. Someone has
to, because the kids sometimes are innocent. Growing up, you might never know how important it is for them to say communicate or interact with their family members,
with their cousins. Yeah, because they're cousins.
Because you will never know what that cousin can do for them in terms of helping them or whatever it is. So I mean,
so this is a beef. Clearly, this is a beef that started under the parents' roof.
Yes,
and the parents clearly encouraged it, or they turned a blind eye to it. They just ignored it, or they didn't think it was that serious, or they are the ones who fueled the beef by creating that animosity amongst the siblings by taking sides and doing things.
You know what the funny thing is, because while like you're saying, and funny enough, I think I can relate to it based on some family members that I've seen. Because what happened is that when the siblings are young and the beef is going on, right? When the mother or the father is picking side at the time to make the beef continue and stuff like that. You find that it's okay that time. You'll probably try and they'll try to talk to their mother at the time or their father, and nothing is done about it. And then you find they get older now, where they are more independent. They're living on their own, stuff like that, so they have their own say. And they would go to their mom now, which would be probably way old, to say, listen, why we didn't, this is the situation and this thing is whatever. You find the mom start crying and stuff like that. When it's too late.
It's too late.
You know what? And that's why it's left up now, because obviously they're not going to stem their beef. Like you can see that, you can tell that that's not going to be.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap for them. What needs to happen now is the only thing I would wish is for if the kids now would put a stop to it, because it has to be stopped by someone.
The kids, it's right now, we don't know how old the kids are, that's the thing, but right now I'm assuming maybe they're young kids without a say. They go with what their parents are saying.
Exactly. So once it's passed over to the kids, it's obvious what the parents are saying.
Yeah, so now it's the only thing, if the kids happen to break this cycle, it probably when they get older, when they're independent, when they have their own minds. Because right now they're living under the parents' roof. So these parents are poisoning the kids. The sister is telling her kids about the other sister, and the other sister is telling her kids about the other sister,
which is not good. This is.
And now the kids themselves are fighting. It's just like in the when we were growing up, if your mother doesn't get along with the neighbor, sometimes the kids also don't get along because the parents don't get along.
I know. I've always been, because, like I said, we grew up. Practically every family grew up going through small rivalries, or big rivalries, whatever it is. But funny enough, for me, I always differentiate myself from others. Like, not because someone from my side doesn't talk to someone on that side, doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk to that person. Like, even to say hello or whatever it is. Because if I don't have a personal beef with that person, because I do carry family beef, only if it's serious, though.
Yeah.
If it's serious, then it's fine. That is different. But if it's just something where it's just
something
words,
petty,
or we're just stemming from, like you said, from previous,
where you didn't experience, where someone hasn't done anything wrong to you.
You only heard that. Listen, don't go over that auntie yard because that your auntie is not good. And you'll be like saying to yourself, you don't even question yourself as to say, well.
Why should I?
Why should I?
Why should I go? Why should
because
I go?
She haven't done anything to me.
Yeah.
So you find that a lot. So, I mean,
it's too much.
It's too
I'm
much.
trying to think if there's any family member I don't talk to.
You know what? I mean, the problem is that because we haven't experienced like what she's experiencing. I can only elaborate on it a bit, which is why we have to now reach out to our supporters or listeners to see if they can hit us up with if they have had the experiences like these, and how are they handling it?
How are you handling it?
How did they handle it? If they did put a stem to it, so
how did it start?
That's what we have to. That's probably what we have to try, because like, I don't want to say nothing because obviously you don't know exactly what's going on, but from the view that we're getting, obviously that's jealousy. That's something that's from
that's bitterness. It started a long time ago, like she said.
It's not nothing fresh. But what we're gonna do? I mean, since you brought it up, which is a very important point and an important topic, because
some families are going through it.
People going through it a lot.
So we understand why she's. I don't know if she's concerned. I think she is concerned though, because if she wasn't, then she wouldn't.
The fact that she reached out to me, because you know what, it always happened like that. When you have two individuals, say having a beef or having a clash, you always find that one person will get fed up, like they're tired of it.
Yeah.
What the other person would be, because if you follow these stuff, they will go on, and it's them right across anywhere. I mean, musically, fashion, you name it. You have some people that can go further than some. Some people take it right to the end, while some people just say, you know what, if she don't want to talk to me, it's her problem. And just quash it. It's kind of like that, but like I said, you can hit us up and let you know, if you have an idea, or if you have experienced anything like this. What we're gonna do too, we're gonna try and reach out back to this person.
Yes.
To see if we can get some more information on it and try.
And we'll give you feedback. And maybe she's gonna want to come to the show.
Maybe. And also we try to see if we can assist her based on the information that she would give to us, in terms of maybe, because you can see that she's concerned.
Yeah,
she wants someone to. She's seeking a platform to.
Or maybe she wants to see if whatever she's doing whatever they're going through is normal.
Well, that too, but the fact that she's concerned tells that she's getting tired of it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're just gonna have to just reach out to her and see her best.
Yeah, we need to break the cycle as parents.
But
don't create that.
Yeah, but looking at it from our standpoint that we are at right now, it's something that needs to be broken, because we've seen it.
Yes.
Even the fact that we haven't experienced it, it doesn't mean that we haven't.
It's not there. Yes, it doesn't mean it's not there.
Because we've seen it growing up. And I'm pretty sure a lot of persons have actually experienced
where there's tension.
Yes,
yeah,
I've actually experienced.
And the funny thing is, you might find that which is the things that we have seen even when we were growing up. You see, even amongst your aunties, your uncles, or whatever, you do know, especially if it's a big family, you can tell whose side this one is on.
Obviously.
You know, your mom is gang with that one, and your other auntie is gang with that, and they're always gossiping about each other.
I think every family has experienced something like that. Just that some doesn't take it to the extreme, and some will just don't give a shit.
Yeah, some just don't give a.
You know what I'm saying? So, but what like it's something serious, and it's like we said, it's something that needs to be stopped right now, and that's why we're using this platform. The fact that this person reached out to us, we're using this as an opportunity to reach out to other people, other people that are going through stuff like these. Yeah, because trust me, people are going through the most in the world right now.
Oh my God! Remember, sorry, babe. Remember, I once mentioned also that there was this other man that I used to work for, a boss of mine, long time ago that I used to work for, who hadn't spoken to his brother for 10 years.
I remember quite.
And to me, it didn't make any sense. I was like, 10 years, you guys don't talk, nothing. We, like the people who had been working for him prior, they were like saying, you know, yes, he has a brother, he has a sister, and I think another brother also, I don't know. But it was like, this other brother, they don't communicate at all. And we don't know who was the problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who started the beef, or is it the family?
You can't even pick side here. You have to. Yeah. You'd have to communicate with both.
Can you imagine not talking to your own blood, as in sibling? I'm not talking about just someone you don't know, or a cousin or a friend or whatever. Those you can deal with, or other distant family members that you're not tied to by blood. Yeah. But can you imagine your own sibling? You don't talk for 10 years. I mean, no communication at all. Not because you don't want to talk.
I mean, like if it's from a defensive standpoint, where we had some real shit in terms of some real beef.
What can cause that type of beef? If you're a man, obviously, maybe it could be, he. If it's a man and if it's brothers, let me put it that way. If it's brothers and there's women involved, maybe on some, he took my wife, he slept with my girlfriend, or something like that.
You've seen stuff like this happen a lot.
Or if it's sisters, she slept with my boyfriend, or she slept with my husband.
Now that you mention it, you're taking it even wider, because that's the part that most people are experiencing.
So right
as in, just like you explained just now, that's what stems another
that creates another beef,
another form of beef.
Yeah,
you have the one that stemmed from the mother, in terms of it started with the parents, and then it was passed on to the kids. The kids grow up now big and still have this beef, and they pass it on to the younger generation, which is not good. Like I said, if it was just kept between
the two of them, the adults,
it would be fine with me, which it's still not fine, because you know what,
we can tolerate it.
Yeah, we can tolerate it, but when it's passed on to
the kids, then it becomes a problem.
Kids, because I can see when it started from the mother-father situation. As in the household, that's where it started, and we blame parents when it comes to that. Yeah, I'm not gonna even miss my words here. We blame parents. As parents, we need to make sure that our children get along from a young age, from the foundation. That foundation that is set when kids are growing up, that is where you do everything as a parent, to make sure that there is unity amongst the children. You cannot expect things to change 15, 20 years later. It's too late. Because when they're older, it's even harder to change.
It's harder to do, because they've got their own minds.
Change, because you know what, I've seen people. Well, it's not even changing. It's actually adjust. Because what happens is that you find that they never used to talk, but they're talking now. As in physically talking, but in their mind they're saying a lot of shit.
Exactly, because there's so much that's happened in the past that they're sitting on.
So they will say that they forgive this person, but they haven't.
So the best thing is to squash it before any more bad memories are created.
That's why in a case like this, the kids need to stop it where it's at. Hopefully the kids are old enough to be able to have their own mind.
It's a problem.
But like you said, just
where because kids go with what adults do.
Yeah, of course, because you're gonna follow. You're gonna remember adults.
Whatever we teach our kids right now.
Yes.
Whatever we teach our kids now.
They're gonna think that it's okay.
Yes, they're probably thinking it's okay to talk about Auntie so and so because they're hearing it. I'm assuming that the husbands are together with their wives. They're on the wife's side. I don't know. But now, if they're gonna talk, if the parents are gonna be talking about Auntie so and so in front of the kids, then those kids, when they see that Auntie so and so,
right.
It's all negative.
Yes.
Same goes with the other side as well.
Yeah, uncle or whatever.
Yes, it's all negative.
It's just all family, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, you have a lot of people experiencing that, and you have some people that experience it to the extreme.
Yeah.
It's that bad, which is where we want to stop it. We just want to put a stop to it, and that's why we're talking about it right now. Yeah. So, and we'll try and see if we can reach out back to this person to see if we can get some information on this person.
Yes, and hear what she has to say.
But I mean, you guys, if you guys have had any experiences like this, you can hit us up and let us know exactly, what it is. Like I said, it just needs to stop right here. I mean, it's fine. It just needs to stop right here. So,
thank you so much, guys, for tuning in today. Thank you for listening to the Yacht Connection podcast hosted by Kevin Nembhard and Kiki Nembhard. It's been a pleasure being on the show today, even though it was a sensitive topic. Yeah, we try by all means to engage and make the conversation more relatable.
Right.
Because even though it's a serious topic, every now and then we have to just keep that entertainment thingy going,
yes.
So that you stay tuned, because we don't want you guys sitting there crying in your cars. Let's laugh a little bit where we can laugh, okay?
And it's informative too.
It is informative too.
So like we said, keep it to us up on our social media pages. You know where to find us already.
The Connection podcast.
We're on practically every platform right now. So just hit us up and continue to inbox us.
Yes.
Continue to subscribe.
Subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much for the love, guys. So
we're out.
Yes.